So I scaled my agency to 10K a month in less than a year, and in this video, I'm going to be sharing with you the harsh truth of SMMA that nobody else talks about. No gurus, none of that. They don't talk about this stuff, and it's going to be a super raw video, probably a super quick video, but I just wanted to speak about it because not many people talk about it. A lot of people come into the space with the wrong expectations, thinking they're gonna hit 10K a month in 3 months, in 6 months, which is just not realistic at all when you don't know anything about business. Everyone that you see that scaled to 10K a month, 20K a month, 100K a month in 90 days, they've had prior experience. If you're a complete beginner, you can't expect to do the exact same thing as them. And I already started ranting, but I just want to talk about some stuff that they don't talk about. Like, it's not as easy as they say it is. Yes, it's stupid simple. In my opinion, it's the easiest business model to start, but it doesn't mean it's easy. It's still fucking hard. It takes a lot of fucking work, and a lot of people underestimate how much work it actually takes. Like Iman, they just say like get a media buyer, close a client, give the client to the media buyer. So all you have to do is be the contractor. Like you don't actually do any work. All you have to do is find someone that needs a service and then find someone to fulfill the service. But it's not that fucking easy. Like don't get a media buyer. That's another point. You're dumb as fuck if you get a media buyer. Don't get a media buyer. Do the ads yourself. But anyways, they just don't talk about the reality. It's not as easy as just getting clients and signing clients. They don't talk about churn. For example, signing a client and actually keeping that client. I lost like my first 10 to 15 clients before the month even ended. I didn't even keep them for month two. So all that work, imagine working for 6 months to sign your first client and you'll lose them after like 2 weeks. Like they don't talk about that shit. They just talk about setting appointments, closing appointments. But you're trying to build a real business. Like this isn't just a quick money. If it's just about money, then you're gonna fail. You have to think long term. Like this is fucking hard. It takes a lot of hard work, but it is worth it. Like I know a lot of people that say they're doing a bunch of shit and they say they're doing like 20 cold calls a day, or they're sending 100 DMs a day, or they're doing outreach for like 2 hours a day. Bro, that's nothing. How do you expect to win against people that are doing outreach for 10 hours a day? They're doing 500 cold calls a day. They're sending 1,000 DMs a day. They're doing 5,000 emails a day. Like, you just have to do more. You're underestimating what, like, amount of work it takes because you have the wrong expectations. And another thing, people give up. The number one reason people fail in this space is simply because they give up. Imagine you set your timeline to be 5 years. Your goal is to hit 10K a month in 5 years. You won't be stressing about it. But it's just you come in with the wrong expectation. You expect to close your first client in the first month, in the first week, which is possible. Trust me, it is possible if you actually put in the work. But there's like a certain balance to it. You have to be patient, but you have to work like you're not patient, if that makes sense. Like you have to understand that it's gonna take time, but you still have to fucking work like you don't have time. I hope that makes sense. But yeah, this video is kind of just all over the place, but I kind of just want to talk about it. Like, no one talks about that shit. No one talks about churn. No one talks about refunds. No one talks about disputes. The first time I got a dispute, I wanted to cry. I was like, what the fuck? I just closed a client for 1,500, and after 3 days of the ads being live, he disputed, and 1,500 just got taken out of my account again, and my Stripe might get banned. Like, they don't talk about this shit, or how you're constantly stressed. Like, I don't know if you guys probably don't have any clients, but if you have clients, you have like 10, 15 clients, you're constantly like stressed. Like you have this feeling like I don't know, like you just have this feeling that you have clients and just getting messages from them, like you're constantly stressed that it's gonna be something. Like I got better at managing it now, like I don't get that stressed, but before, anytime that I got a message from a client, like my heart would drop. I would be so stressed. I didn't even want to open it. I would be like, what are they going to complain about this time? It's not so bad now, but it's just shit that people don't talk about. Refunds, churns, disputes, keeping clients, running ads. Like, it's not as simple as they make it seem. Not as easy. It is stupid simple. Like, the business model, it is simple. Like, in my opinion, like it's the easiest thing that you could do. The easiest business model to start as a complete beginner, no experience. But it's not as easy as they make it seem. And just wanted to make the video so you can go into this with the right expectations that it's gonna take a lot of fucking work and a lot of time. It can happen quick, yes. And if you want it to happen quicker, just do more. If you're doing 100 cold calls a day and you're signing one client a month, let's say, just do 500 cold calls a day and sign 5 clients a month. Just do more, bro. Like literally just do more of what you know you need to do. That's it. You're avoiding it. Like you just need to put in the fucking work. Like that's all it takes is just doing a shit ton of outreach that it makes it unreasonable not to sign a client, bro. How can you not sign a client if you're doing 200 cold calls a day for 7 days a week? Like there's no possible way that you don't sign a client doing that. You're just not doing it. Like that's another thing. Like people are just underestimate because everyone gives you the wrong expectations that it doesn't take much work. It takes a lot of fucking work. Like you have to do a lot. Like now, I don't do any outreach. Everything that I get is inbound. I just run ads and people come to me. I get on sales calls, I close it. But I had to build this shit. Like I had to get here. When I first started, I was cold calling 5 hours a day. I was sending 100 DMs a day. I was doing all of that. I was in the trenches. But if you don't have the money to do ads or invest in other people to do outreach for you, you have to put in the work, bro. Like this is just another side topic. But you're underestimating how much you need to do. You need to do more. You need to put in the work. You need to stop bitching. Like that ass. Sorry for my language, but like it's so frustrating because you don't want it bad enough. You don't want it bad enough. If you wanted it bad enough, you would literally be doing outreach every single minute of the day that you could. It's that simple. It's literally that fucking simple. This business model is stupid simple. It's not easy, but it's simple. I know I'm all over the place, but again, it's just how I feel and you need to hear it. I'm not telling you what you want to hear. I'm telling you what you need to hear. So again, yes, these gurus don't talk about all these disputes and all that shit, but honestly, don't even worry about that until you get there. Don't start stressing about that until you actually get there. So yeah, this video is kind of all over the place. It's a little random. I just went on a rant, but you need to hear it. Just do more, but don't go into this with the wrong expectations. Like go with it like it's gonna take time, but do as much as you can. Like you can really fast track your success if you do a lot more and you have the right guidance. If you get yourself a mentor or someone, that's what helped me. I'm not trying to sell you anything. I'm just telling you what I did. But yeah, that's pretty much it. I'll catch you guys in the next video.